Audio files. Make it hit again.
Yeah, look at me now.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Dawn, and welcome back to another reaction, y'all. So this is crazy right here. So I've heard about this a couple days now. I meant to do a video about it, but I've been doing other things. But man accused of beheading father over politics. And I also seen the video, but I'm gonna talk about that later. Let's go ahead and watch this shit and see. Oh my God.
Turn tonight to a horrific crime outside Philadelphia. A son accused of attacking and beheading his own father, who was a longtime federal employee. We will not show the images here, but authorities are now pointing to the son's rage at the federal government. Here's our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, Justin Moan is accused of the unthinkable, of murdering and beheading his father, a longtime federal worker, and posting it on YouTube.
I am very sad for the family. I'm very sad for the community, and also for the people that knew him.
According to police, the 32-year-old Moan from Levittown, Pennsylvania, killed his father in a fit of rage about politics, angry at President Biden and apparently at all federal workers. Police say his dad, Michael Moan, worked for the federal government. Neighbors shocked.
It's weird. It's just, it's like, we all watch over each other, and it's just sad.
And in a scene from a horror movie, which we will not show here, Moan allegedly holding his father's head in a rambling 14-minute video left online for hours, describing him as a traitor to this country and calling for a revolution, saying if Joe Biden does not abdicate, then capture him and bring him to me in Pennsylvania. Moan was taken into custody 100 miles away, arrested with a gun inside a National Guard base. The FBI called in to assist as U.S. authorities continue to be concerned about an increasingly volatile environment where political threats have been on the rise. In fact, a top DOJ official recently told me the current surge in political threats is unprecedented, with judges, FBI agents, and presidential candidates among those recently targeted. David?
This is very alarming, Pierre Thomas, tonight. Thank you, Pierre.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more video...
Now, see, this is why, oh man, this is why I don't argue with nobody. This man killed his own father over politics, y'all. Like, y'all couldn't like settle it a different way? Y'all couldn't just slap boxed or something? That's you never know what people are capable of, bro. It's like, oh my, like, you could be arguing about anything. You could be arguing over sports. You see how people act over sports. Can you imagine that? This is sad, y'all, and the way how the world is now, we should avoid all conflict, y'all, because y'all never know. This man killed his own father over Joe Biden. This is insane, bro. Let me see if I can find another video. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1. This man, and I hate hearing stuff about this because I get to thinking, like, I just start thinking, like, what did he use to cut his dad's head off and how long did it take him? You know, shit that don't matter.
We do have breaking news just into CNN. We want to warn you, this is very disturbing. A Pennsylvania man was charged with murder and abuse of a corpse after police say he posted a YouTube video in which he claims to show his father's decapitated head while ranting about the Biden administration and the border crisis. Now, this video circulated online for hours before being taken down. The father of the
seen that same video. I seen the video.
Employee. His son called him a traitor. With us now, former FBI Deputy Director and CNN Senior Law Enforcement Analyst Andrew McCabe and CNN's Danny Freeman. Danny, I want to start with you. This is breaking right now. What more do we know about what actually happened here?
Yeah, Phil, and just to state the obvious, obviously, as you said, this is an incredibly disturbing story. I watched part of this video last night, and it's one of those things that it's an image you just can't get out of your head.
Yeah.
Yesterday, this is when this all started. This video was posted on YouTube. The suspect here is Justin Moan. He's 32 years old. He's from Middletown Township in Pennsylvania.
My
age. In Bucks County. And as you said, this video contains a number of rantings, basically, about the Biden administration, about the border. At one point, point even declaring himself the acting president under martial law. But then there's this horrific moment when he appears to show the head of his deceased father on camera, saying that his father was a traitor to the country because he was a federal employee. Now, that video, like you said, Phil, stayed up for a long time. Eventually, later into the evening, YouTube was able to take it down. Even X seemed to be taking down videos that people were just reposting and reposting. But then in the evening, police were able to apprehend Mr. Moan about 100 miles away from his home in Bucks County in Fort Indiantown Gap in Pennsylvania. Again, that's 100 miles to the west of
Jeffrey
where
Dahmer
he was
shit.
and where this crime is alleged to have been committed. Now, I will say, just to give you a sample of one of the things that Mr. Moan said, and I'm quoting here from the video, he said in part, "The federal government of America has declared war on its citizens and the American states. America is rotting from the inside out as far left woke mobs rampage our once prosperous city." Now, still, the thing that law enforcement are trying to make clear at this moment is that this suspect is in custody. The threat to the larger community is over right now, but truly a community on edge, you can imagine, after hearing this news. We're going to hear a press conference from the Bucks County District
He probably got a
Attorney
clean
later
background
on
history
today
too.
on
It'd be
this
one of them
subject.
people, you know,
Andy,
got a clean
this
background, clean
video
slate.
it references
and then
President
boom, out
Biden.
of
It was
nowhere.
up on YouTube, as I understand
Out
it,
of
for
nowhere,
several hours
bro.
before it was taken down. Talk about the bigger picture here.
I don't think he committed any other crime before this one.
Sure. Yeah. So the bigger picture is extremely concerning, I think, as do most security officials as we go into what will be an incredibly heated political season. You know, obviously this guy, we don't know. We're waiting on additional facts from the investigation to understand his specific motives. You can make some assumptions based on his claims in the video that he's been motivated by politics. But, you know, I think that the bigger picture here is that this is another example of the fact that the kind of overheated, deeply politicized, extreme rhetoric that you hear sometimes in this country from politically elected officials and leaders actually has an impact on these marginalized people with extremist views who might be, because of their mental illness or their disturbance or their unbelievably strong beliefs in some of these things, driven to embark in acts of violence. You know, some of the things that he has said on the video, allegedly referring to woke mobs and things like that, that's not dissimilar from rhetoric that you hear from some politicians that we've heard recently in the primary season from some folks specifically. So this kind of language has an effect on the extremist, on the most extreme, most vulnerable, most potentially dangerous part of our population. And I think it's something that most security officials are really concerned about. You know, Poppy, like the odds are, if we experience political violence in this year around the presidential election, it's not going to look like January 6th. It's not going to look like a massive mob of people that's organized and compelled to come together at our nation's capital or any state capital. It's going to look like individuals who decide that based on their extreme beliefs, they have to act out on their own. And that seems to be what we have here.
It's an incredibly disturbing story. Andrew McCabe, Danny Freeman, I know you'll keep reporting on this. Please keep us posted.
Man, I've just seen people argue over a lot of stuff. Sports, food, celebrities. And I've seen these arguments get intense. Like I'm talking about intense, like about to fight type shit. Like, if you, for those out there, if you ever get into an argument with somebody from now on, just and it starts to, like, you know, cross boundaries and name calling and profanity and all that, please remove yourself immediately, bro. You're not it doesn't mean you're a punk. It doesn't mean you're a punk, bro. But if you want to get your head chopped off, then hey, by all means, do what you got to do. What you do. But this is crazy. I feel like he didn't commit any other crime before this. And two, I think that he been wanting to do that to his father. Knowing that he worked for the federal government. He been wanting to do something to his father. This is insane, y'all. This is scary. And I seen the video. I didn't watch the whole 14 hours, but when I tell y'all, this man took his father's head and spun it on his finger. I was like, oh shit, this nigga got talent.